Welcome to CJC Adventures. Carl here, and today Craig's with me and Mick's with me as we come to the black country town of Stourbridge in the English West Midlands. And Stourbridge, of course, is known for lots of things, but the main thing, of course, is glassmaking, a wonderful hard-working process where glass is created. And we're going to take a look at a few places where that once took place and still does take place. We're heading for the Red House glass cone, a beautiful building where you can still see where workers worked many hours just to make a living many years ago. And we're heading just over the road to the Stourbridge Glass Museum where we can see the process taking place. And we're also going to take a look at a lot of stuff that they've made from early days to modern days. We're also going to head for the bonded warehouse, built in the 1700s, still standing today, and it's a beautiful building. It's got a lot of history. We're also going to see a few things along the way, a few surprises. So let's go and see what we can see here in Stourbridge. What is a glass cone? During the late 17th century, a new remarkable brick structure developed in Britain, the glass cone, the next step in making glass making technology. So there's quite a few of them there, were there? Yeah. So the red cone was built between 1788 and 1794. Glass products until 1936. It's a Grade 2 listed building. There's loads on them, or well, quite a few on them I should say. Until the Second World War, glass houses operated around the clock. Glass making was hazardous and exhausting work. Life in the glass house was tough for both men and boys. Looked tonight. This is the actual inside to the glass cone. I've got to be honest, seeing this is magnificent. It looks bigger on the inside than it does on the out. It's absolutely brilliantly made. Fantastic to see. Just think people worked in here and they worked long tiring hours just to earn some money to live. Now the furnace held between 10 and 12 individual melting pots which stood in a ring inside with their mouths facing outwards. The melting pots are made from a special refractory fire clay capable of withstanding the high temperature inside the furnace. Oh, that's just work. Oh, it's unbelievable. I know these are some of the original parts that people would be working here. As you can see, that would be the parts of where all the fire and the flames would be added. You can see a track just there, look. All the glass here. Magnificent round here. It really is. It's like something unreal, eh, to see how conditions was. You wouldn't believe what you used to have to go through just to make glass, would you? These are the actual original ones, are they? Yeah. when they made glass here. Oh, mechanical boy, the piece of equipment was so cold. As it was replaced, the job previously done by a young boy would open and close the iron wooden mould for the glass blowers. The moulds were used to produce the shape of a... What was it now? So, it's an actual one, eh? And that was a lot of the products. The finishing shop. Must have been nice, hadn't it? All them processes it went through. Oh, the glass is primarily made from sand. I wasn't even there, I learnt that skill actually. Those are the tools of the trade. The actual tools they used to use, actual ones. Glass moulds used at Stuart Crystal. A lot of other tools and red hot furnaces. They're actually made for the royal family as well. A lot of these crystals are probably still got them. And you can buy them as well. Elizabeth II, coronation June 1953. 2nd of June 1953. Ones I would use for other cut glass.
Fire bricks inside, so.
Fire bricks, so.
No, they're all the bricks. If they're not for a furnace, I'll put fire bricks in, for a furnace one. Put all the bricks in that box.
Now is Derry Craig. The layer, once made glass, needs to be cooled slowly over a number of hours in an annealing oven called a layer. The layer before used, the only remaining original example preserved with a glass house in the world. So that's the only one left in the world, that is.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
All this part here.
Yeah.
It's nice that they've preserved all this like they say.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
Oh, and that'd be the track, wouldn't it, that the glass would go along.
Yeah.
Look in there, that looks really eerie and weird, don't you? Think of men that used to live work there and women. Historic timeline, 1700s. Somebody named Richard Bradley purchased the Red Glasshouse Cone site in 1788. Christ, marvellous. Right. Oh. To the 2000s.
Yeah.
It's great that they can preserve all this site like this, you know, just to show you what it was, how hard life was.
Reflected contemporary trends.
What the kill, mate,
Austerity or exuberance, even
bricks and
taxes and
everything.
tariffs have affected design.
Little engines they'd use and all their aim. The Black Country was a hub for industrial manufacturing during the Industrial Revolution. Central to its success was the canal network. At this time, moving goods by road was unreliable, slow and expensive. The canals provided much needed transport links for industry, shipping in bulky raw materials and delivering finished products. So this would be the canal where they'd move it all from then, wouldn't it? Like melting pots, are they?
Oh, right.
Melting pots, some there. So, see there.
That's it, that took it to my job.
It's all there. It's all there. coal from the local area would be used to fuel the furnace, a job done manually by men known as teasers. The job of a teaser was to ensure that the furnace was kept alight at all times and at the right temperature, 12,500, is it 1,250? It's molten glass on. So these are the tunnels. It was proper work already. The tunnels. It was hot in here already. Throughout its working life, the furnace at the Red House Glass Clown was fired by coal from the mines in the local area. We're burning that already.
Yeah.
Coal there.
No,
These are the steps that lead from the tunnels upwards. And the other one now, separate from this one, ain't this? Stourbridge Glass Museum or the mill. A bit different to that one, eh? In the 17th century, wasn't it? It's the new tools of the trade. They should blow it up there and roll it. It's old poster from January 1st, 1885. Quite comfortable, are they? It's actually your hips and your spine, what it looked like in glass. Corner of the cob. Good, like fruity. Ice cream look. Another day. Used to have a lot of them at one time, them peacock feathers. It's always all over the place, them was. A big coffee table for that one. So they've got very modern glass in here as well. This is the modern part upstairs. Of course you had the like modern homes that you'd have today. You've got all the Bambies and stuff like that down there. You'd see them in jewellery shops as well, in town centres. Oh, that's actually here. That's the driftwood landscape. What it looked like many years ago. Made in glass and wood. It's like a slug in there. Crooked house, all made in glass. You can just see a picture of it there. Big screws out there. Hello? Big screws out there. Get on with it, don't you?
No, as long as it's not, as long as it's deep enough. But I mean, Alistair, if it does grind off, you'll just sign it anyway. Yeah, so that piece was about 500, 600 degrees when it just came off that pipe. Don't have very long before we have to go into our reading here, the oven kiln, however you want to call it, which sits at just over 500 degrees for the whole day. We're making things, putting something in there. But at the end of the day, you change the program a bit, it'll cool down very slowly overnight, around 14 hours. But because they're so well insulated, tomorrow morning they'll still be over 200 degrees. So we test where we have to, we use them each day. And yeah, it's usually the second day later that we can get it out.
Still 200 degrees, it is. Still 200 degrees the next day. So it cools down properly.
It takes 3 of us 2.5 hours to make them, and they have to be in the oven for at least 2.5 to 3 days. But because of the thickness of glass, in the corner you probably can't see it's in between the door and that cupboard on the floor is a massive brick of solid clear glass. That was probably in the oven for 5 days. And stuff like the Hubble telescope kind of lenses can be in the oven up to a year.
This is the side to the old Corbett Hospital. There is still an hospital here, but it's like a very downgraded one. Nice, not very nice downgraded one. It's very small though, more like a clinic. But this was the site to the old Corbett Hospital and the original gates as well, which is it's nice that them still here. An old building to go with it. These would be where the ambulances went up. But this was the site of the old hospital itself, and as I say, the newer ones at the top. But yeah, it's nice to see them preserved at least. Our Stourbridge Football Club. It's, there's a cricket ground on the side of it out there. It's all no, it's tells you the fixtures on there, look. West Brom, Dartmouth, and playing Bewdley. So I thought they'd play the Albion then. Now come to the old Wharf Inn, and all along here is quite a little bit of history about Stourbridge and a very historic building. So we're just gonna go along here and just see it now. Now all along here is a part of Stourbridge that has been preserved really, really well, and as you can see the buildings, they're mostly old. There's a few new ones as well. As you can see, this is the bonded warehouse. It's got a lot of history to it. It's part of the Stourbridge Navigation Trust, built around the 1700s. And like many, sort of places where there's industry, you get way bridges, and this is one of those way bridges. 20 tons it would carry. Really love places like this, what's really well preserved. Of course, you don't see many places what are so historic preserved enough, I don't think, today, but this is definitely one of those places. The bonded warehouse. It's known quite well for its industry background and so on. Of course, you've got the Stourbridge Canal right behind it, and you've got a pub there. A lot of these buildings would have been here at the time, of around about the same age as the bonded warehouse. It's a river then, ain't there? Oh, it's a river. You've got the cut on the other side there. It's where all the industry would be shipped out, wouldn't it, there, like? Yeah. Stourbridge town centre then. Oh, this is Stourbridge town centre. There's various shops here, independent, main high street stores. Very old town centre, but very historic, I suppose. Puts you in mind a little bit of Dudley. There's about the same sort of amount of shops, probably a few more. Quite a long journey of a history to Stourbridge and the town centre. You got various shops around here, ain't you? Iceland and boots and what there are. And you got a mall here with various shops in. Like peacocks, which you don't see many of at the moment, especially around the Midlands and the Black Country, Waitrose and various other little knick-knack shops. But it's always worth a walk around here, Stourbridge. There's enough shops here to keep you entertained and keep your fridges stocked, I imagine. A proper old historic building. That's what you get around the Stourbridge and Dudley areas. Proper historic. Oh, at the right time that clock, Craig? Oh, they're usually the right time, haven't they? You know, the older clocks, but... Oh. Well, old town, ain't you know? Bank. It's a restaurant these days. Shop down here. The tattooist. Black Country's finest. Now come to the Talbot Hotel. And it's supposed to be haunted, that. I heard a lot of things about that. I don't know how haunted. Quite haunted apparently. But yeah, must be a nice hotel nonetheless. In Stourbridge, do try it out. Name for a pub out there, Cock and Bull. It's like a medieval building, don't it? That leads you onto the station, don't we? She's got a lot of pubs and bars around here, And that's going to do it for today on CJC Adventures from Stourbridge. Been a lovely day. Having a look at the glass museums and the bit of glass blowing as well, along with the town centre and bonded warehouse. It's been good. Nice bit of history, back history, and yeah, been good. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, please share, and please feel free to leave a comment. And until next time, look after yourselves and each other, and goodbye for now.